The next call is a split call of 5 minutes. Meka whai Terry.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker. Tēnā tātou katoa, ngā memo te wharenei. E te iwi Ngati Haua, tēnā koutou. Tēnā koutou nau mai hara mai ki te wharenei. E te tumuaki, anaru, kanu I te mihi ki a koea. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a pleasure to speak and support with all members of this House the third reading of the settlement bill from Ngati Haua. Can I too stand and acknowledge on behalf of the iwi I represent here, we stand in support and acknowledge the significant day of this passing of this important legislation. I want to say that in the earlier contribution I made to koroki kahukura, I forgot to acknowledge my ancestry to Mahinarangi. So I stand here as an uri of Mahinarangi also to acknowledge those that have travelled far to support this important piece of legislation going through today. It is a day of remembrance, it is a day to rejoice, it is a day to reflect. And I know, as being before coming into Parliament, a negotiator for my rongo whakaata people, it's a huge commitment. And when I look at each legislation or each treaty bill that comes through the House, there's always a point of difference with each and every one of these settlements. And I've heard some great contributions in the House today, starting with the Minister, about being the fastest settlement in history. It's like the fastest gun in town, 7 months. When I was negotiating, one of 4 negotiators for our own iwi, that was our plan to negotiate within one year. So you had 7 months, we took about 7 to 8 years. So I want to acknowledge your commitment. Some people may think that the haste in which you settled, that there may have been some corners cut, but I see the positive side of your settlement, and that is one that was on the base of a very good strategy and a very good plan. And like other members in the House have said, unification, kotahitanga is critical, but those that know me, I'm a planner from way back. I can't operate without a plan, otherwise I get lost. So for you to achieve settlement to a point where you're happy with in 7 months, I've got to say, from my reading of it, it's because you have done your homework. You have done your research, you had gathered your people together, and you had a clear strategy and a plan to get to the end point. So I want to acknowledge Ngati Haua, to the negotiators that led that on your behalf, for not only developing your plan but sticking to it. Can I acknowledge, of course, the Minister, Chris Finlinson, for his work and bringing us to today. He is a man of his word, he is a practical man, and when he says he wants to do something, he will do it. And so I do want to acknowledge the Minister for his work there. His officials, of course, the Māori Affairs Select Committee that saw this passage through in the pace that you obviously wanted to achieve. So I want to acknowledge all the officials that worked on it. Mr. Speaker, we're getting to Christmas period, but I know for the good people of Ngati Haua, this ends many, many years of hard work, but again opens the commitment to many, many years going forward. And I look upon you all, and I look at those that aren't here but are at home probably listening to this broadcast, about the vision, the aspirations that you have for your people. And when I see the rangatahi and the tauira in the gallery, it's about their future. And I do hope that historic accounts of this settlement bill and all settlement bills become an automatic part of our national curriculum throughout our schooling system. Because there's something that we need to take upon in the next generation around how checkered our past and history of this country is, and to keep the stories alive. And for the Ngati Haua uri, it's important in your rohe that your stories, your histories, the commitment of your tipuna to bring us today are never ever forgotten. So o te rā e te iwi, huri no, tēnei te mihi maioha, tēnei te mihi aroha ki o koutou katoa, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.